You ready in a second, guys? Had a little bit of a technical issue here. Good morning. Not much going on here. Guess it's going to be another dead day. We'll see. MT live though. We're going to have something good going on in the middle of the day. Been a lot of chop. I'm waiting for the Z signal to open up. It takes forever in the morning, every day. Doesn't matter when it is. Drum roll. Almost there. All right. All right. Sorry for the delay. We didn't miss a damn thing. Anyway, I was looking at the VIX before. It hasn't been helpful this much this year. Occasion. There's been some pop-ups. Obviously, this big one that occurred there, but yeah, I just wanted to see where it was. Being low like this doesn't really mean too much other than it's just low, and we don't have the typical elevated premiums and options. It makes it more difficult to find those, but we're finding internals. We're waiting. They're neutral, so nothing there. They never got to the sentiment. Never got to an extreme, which we discussed. Equity put call ratio, just below the lower bands. We thought, that there'd be some follow through and this would pop up there. It hasn't done it. It's actually kind of working off a little bit of getting a little bit extended as markets just mark time here, waiting for tomorrow. We get some economic data, and these Fed speakers are one after another going to be talking. So that should be interesting. I hope they have their speeches aligned to say similar things, that the markets don't whip back and forth, but we'll find out. Uh, okay, so let's go to SPY and a lot of nothingness, of course, just chopping back and forth. So a little bit of overhead resistance, nothing of any significance. We look at this every day to see, just looking at support and resistance. Is there any price patterns? As we all know, prices gapped up here. And, the dip was bought yesterday. And you can see it looked like maybe it was going to go down, came down into the area of that pivot over there to the left, broke it a little bit, and just buyers came in aggressively and pushed it back up again. So it's more of the same. You can see, over here, um, everybody's more willing to buy dips near support this way. If it continues to go down, you can just get out relatively quick. So look, um, um, sorry about that. Dog hears noises. It's ready to do whatever. Um, so buying the dip, we'll see if today buys the dip. And after so many times going down, you guys don't hear me. You hear me in the green room? Oh, maybe someone's tight. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Dan. All right. So, okay. All right. So, if they cut, if it it dips down again, I would expect the same since we're waiting for tomorrow's news, it would seem. And if it goes down a little bit more, they'll probably step in. So look, it's throughout the day, it's been pretty boring. And you see all of this sideways chop and then this sideways chop. Then, at right near the close yesterday, um, you know, a buy order comes and pushes up. It's like, okay, well, what do we think? Bar by bar analysis. This bar took out the prior bar's low, little correction bar, close at the high. If it could take it out, it should go up. Well, and theoretically, since it's been going sideways here a little bit, this should be relatively insignificant to take that out. Now, are buyers aggressive enough in front of tomorrow's news? I have no idea. We'll just see what happens if it gets up there, and we'll make a decision what to do. This looks a lot better. The Qs, I'm looking at actually the NASDAQ, the cash there, but you know, deep retracement, little dip. Yesterday, the same dip, violating that pivot, coming close to that one. So buyers stepped in before it got down here, which mean what does that mean? And for those who that are maybe new that in social media there, the master trader, we look at charts from the point of view of what others are thinking. So what can we take away from that? Well, if traders are more apprehensive, more cautious, they're going to want to get in at a more exact level, right? Whereas if I can buy here, especially very short-term traders, if I can get in here and it jiggles around for a few minutes and starts to get going down, I'm getting out. And some are going to have others with wider stops, of course. But if they come in ahead of that, that means that the idea is to buy the dip. I'm going to put my orders in ahead of down here where others are probably going to be. And then when individuals or whoever don't get filled, rather than getting it on the bid, they got to take the offer. And then as more people see they're not getting filled, they become more aggressive and they take the offer. And of course, you get a move where it drives back up again. So little hook pattern here, up, got a bottoming tail bar. See if it clears the high. So let's take a look at QQQ and see where it is. Right under yesterday's close. So more neutral, doing nothing there. All right, let's take a peek at SPX. No strikes yesterday. We're even approached. And let's call it 56.80. Coming up a little bit. So I'm on the wrong line there. Up 10 strikes. So getting a little tighter, normal. This probably might be the same. I'd like to go for 65, even a whole number. I'm going to mark it 65, and let's see if it comes up at the open. So either one could be dangerous, right? It's dangerous every day, but that's pretty tight. And what'll happen when some move does come, these will get far apart again and there'll be no brainers. So this isn't about the middle between there. So I wouldn't call either one a no brainer while this spring is being coiled, other than if it was to dip down. And after the price action that we've seen, the belief is buyers are going to show up again. So if it dips down and this strike goes lower, maybe, I don't know if it'll get far enough down into the area of those pivot highs there, but that would be the plan. All right, taking a peek. That's what the interest rates are doing. They continue to inch lower. Everybody believes the Fed's going to cut again. The Dow, new highs. And oh, this isn't pure transports, but coming up, gotta look at those transports again. That's a good sign. I didn't look at FedEx yesterday, and it was up a little bit, but this is a good sign to see any chart that comes down in such a nasty way to be able to recover that much. So, we're a little concerned there about the bullish point of view, but this coming back as it is, some other stocks are, picking up or doing well. So we got to look through those transports to see what's showing relative strength. But that's a good sign for the markets. The futures aren't doing much of anything. Bitcoin not doing much of anything at this pivot. Silver popped a bit yesterday, right? So we had what was that? MGV. Dan can cover it. That popped. Oil rolling over a little bit. You know, just more uncertainty. Just chopping back and forth here. We need to see these semiconductors kick it in, right? So they look decent. They're down here a little bit this morning. So I think we're just gonna, unfortunately, I think we just might have another boring go nowhere day. There's just some chop going on while we wait for tomorrow's news. I was hoping maybe that it's gotten worse instead of better. You know, um, how much certainty does a bunch of people need without relying on the next news? And it is what it is. What can we do? IWM, pulling back here. This could have a turn. Let's keep an eye on that to see if it set a little alert above the high there. Um, XBI, that was the drag yesterday on the Russell. Coming back down off of the top of the range there. It's aligned. Multiple time frames are aligned. If it takes it out, you're going to want to keep an eye on that. If it gets back up there, KRE could be making the turn. And yeah, I mean, overall, it was just, you know, start and stops. So we'll see what happens. Retailing, I say, we're looking at a lot of chart patterns that can do something good, meaning make us money, but they're just not ready yet. So we'll continue to do the factory work and get ready for what's coming. All yours, Dan.
Good morning. Hey, Craig, answer this for me before you go. When I was doing the nightly video last night, the media was saying for the last 3 days, we've closed at all-time highs on the spiders. And when I was doing the video, like, what are you talking about? This doji bar was the all-time high, and these three are under it. Not that it matters, but why did they say that? And I heard it through many sources when you read the paper. Mhm.
I don't know, Dan. I'm looking at this and looking at that doji bar up there, and just by eyeballing it, I'm thinking yesterday's close is greater than the close of that 4 days ago.
Even if so, you're not answering the question for the prior 2 days. Started to close at 570.98. So yes, yesterday was a new high, but not the other 2 days. But it doesn't matter. I mean, the news was saying it, so I believed it until I looked at it. I'm like, what are you talking about? All right, alarms here. I know, Don, but Don, I think part of it also is news people, they get it from one source and they regurgitate wrong information all the time. And remind me to tell you a story about that. when we slow down. That happened to me personally. It's a funny story, but it'll illustrate exactly what I'm talking about. All right, lift here, we're in a nice continuation trade. Octa, we're in a put spread that's gapping down for some reason. I'll keep an eye on it. Piton, I had an alarm go off. We bought a half lot yesterday. Big old, rectangle here. You can see it better on the weekly. It's a bull rectangle. Target 6. Longer term, when the data is scrunched, because it's used to be 160. LMT, I had a little up alarm go off, but this is directional idea 1, 2, 3. Those are all my alarms. And Greg, you mentioned IWM. I posted this as a put spread over yesterday's high, which I like the gap down, because then not only does it have to recover the gap down, it has to go through this resistance and then that resistance to trigger. So as of right now, I don't think it's going to trigger today. So no big deal. Raul, QNST. It's a sloppy buy setup that started with a breakout failure. So for me, it would be more of just a day trade. Based on the 15, target maybe 2020, but not crazy about it as a swing. We have better ones. And then TGNA, that's weaker because it's coming out of a bottoming pattern, but I actually think it has more upside. I posted this. I ran long calls, igniting bar, another kind of an inverse head and shoulder bottoming pattern, but I like all those MAs. I'm gonna personally try to sell the $8 puts. So I will, and I'm on the offer at 30 cents. I just put an order out pre-market. I'll tell you if I get filled. Let's go to earnings here. Not many. A couple things in the news, but not many earnings. CTOS. There's no weeklies. The gap's actually too big. It would be a put spread idea on a pullback, but there's no weeklies. KBH, housing. Call spread idea from this rounded top. Void. So definite call spread. I ran on the other computer. So let me put KBH here. Oh, look at little Trump as a climb up. I mean, this is nasty selling, but it's gapping up. So today's Wednesday, so it'd just be a 2-day put spread. Some idea. There's some downgrades in automobiles. Ford, GM, no pattern. Riven. We actually shorted that the other day and had a beautiful short. Alex gave us that. It's nasty. Daily, weekly. SAP, I forget what the news was. Call spread idea, but it's an ADR. These are some other car related things. I think some of them got an upgrade. It's a continuation pattern, but I don't like the way it trades. AutoNation, put spread idea. We'll come back to it. I don't see any prints. LAD, too extended, but strong. Daily, weekly, monthly. Fin, another car stop, junkie. Well, that's not an idea. We're already in it. This was an attempt to put in a nice bottom, and now look at that ugly gap down. But Steven, to answer your question, we bought a half lot yesterday. And actually, let me go ahead and post it now. The back cap over 44.79. Or let's see. Yeah, we bought. Yeah, one sec. This was the train. Yeah, looks good. It recovered. So again, even though the markets are in a coma, we have a ton of nice open positions. And the number of new ones posted too. All right, SPX is garbage. Dash. We had this posted as a long over this bar, and I didn't chase. But look at that, capping up, got an upgrade. But daily, weekly, monthly look good on Dash, but no entry. War, garbage, Amgen, I forget what the news was. Hey, Sam, I don't know if you're here. I remember we were watching this as a possible long, and I just didn't like all this junk over here. And so you see it fell apart. HPE, upgrade of some sort, but no good pattern. Fergus, 61 bucks. Yeah, breakout. Yeah, breakout. We gotta see what it does. Uber had a nice closing breakout. That's on my list. Looks good. NVIDIA. It could be a day trade long over yesterday's high or 30-minute high or whatever. It looks great. I guess wasn't sure the reward to risk for a swing, but day trade looks great. On Netflix, we bought a half lot yesterday. Inverse head and shoulder breakouts, all-time highs, and we sold a put spread also. MAG we bought, bull rectangle breakout, bullish weekly monthly. Time we talked about PAGs. I set an alarm up here at 9:28. It's a potential bottoming pattern. It's working on the right side of the W. Ideally, it makes a new low and then snaps back and then takes out this red bar, and that would be a W bottom. LTH, I think, Sam, that was on your list. Acmer, it's gapping down, which is good. Let's set an alarm at 1820. I ran and flat. I just saw this on the ticker blasting. I have no idea what's up with that. Other watch list items. GME, I missed this igniting bar the other day. So let's see if we can slop around, put spread idea. Dropbox, Alex mentioned. I like this a lot over all these highs. Look at the beautiful weekly from a bottoming pattern. You know, it's consolidating at resistance, but I'd say target is 27. This is it went deep into this, and it's been going sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 days. Well, it has to break out. XLK technology. It has this resistance. I like Q's better than XLK because it's cleared that. See? And the options are spreadier on the Kroger. 1, 2, 3, bullish weekly, monthly. ANF, little bottoming pattern, kind of an inverse head and shoulder, lower right shoulder, but entry is the same. Cipher, little bottoming pattern and igniting bar. Adtran, I was hoping we get a 1, 2, 3. and then target 640. Bond needs to go sideways, but bullish. H Hotel and Marriott, similar continuation patterns. Delta 20, asking about dunking. Yeah, I think I looked at that already. Yeah, it's gapping over a red bar. The problem is your reward to risk now, but I like that it's gapping over these two bars. So yes, it's worth watching on a pullback. Yes. All in. Hope to get a 1, 2, 3. DXCM. Small breakout failure, bearish on daily, weekly. Acmer, I love this double bottom retest. I just wish it had a bigger void, but that's a long walk. Should be a no-brainer put if there was a strike at 1085. Obviously there isn't. Oh, Delta's also asking about cream. It's up too much. You know, we actually did a put spread on a Delta 20 on this gap breakout right here. That was your entry. Now it has to go sideways a whole lot more. I mean, it's 100% retracement. AMD, yeah, we have a put spread on that, but yeah, set an alarm at yesterday's high. It's still at the top of the range, so it's not ideal. NVIDIA is much better because it's a closing, igniting breakout. I know we have MU earnings tonight. Alarms going off. And DXCM, as I mentioned, is a short idea. Verizon gapped up. We're in it. I'll set new alarms. Intel. Yeah, over yesterday's high. Yeah, I've been watching it for a few days, dude. Yeah, I'll set a new alert. Wow, market coming out of the gate here. What's a month? Wowzer. I personally don't like trading the first 5 minutes, but hey, look at our WBA. We bought puts on this yesterday. I think I just got filled. I had an offer out. Yeah, I already sold some WBA. I already sold some of my puts. Wow. I got filled because I just had an order out in case it did a swan dive like this. So I got a couple of alarms here I got to go through. All right, we bought the 10 DTE $9 puts. Wow, they're crazy spreading. Uh, One third.
I think if these cues can go close 5 minutes green, they're a go above the high. Oh, the Russell's diving in the other direction.
Alex, nice WBA. I already got filled on some of mine. Target.
What are you doing with that? It's buying puts.
We did yesterday. I'm taking partial profits. AMD alarm. We're in it, but it's fine. We got a put spread. AD line gap down and it's pretty flat. Delta's saying NVAX is running. We are in it. But my alarm didn't go off yet. But yeah, I'll set new alarms. Yeah, we actually have a bull call debit spread on NVAX. Looks like LMT hit. Iran hit. Not Iran. Iran. Index. Lift up alarm. Wow, this is very unusual opening bar of strength. SMH hitting. That's a put spread idea. I posted pre-market. Wow, 4 minutes. And I had like 10 alarms going off already. Left. Smooth stop here. 1318. Yeah, and the video looks great on the 15-minute. Uber. Let's wait for a pullback on Uber, but the put spread is okay. WDC alarm. This thing I said, let's try to get out break even. Had an ugly retracement yesterday. All right, Iran is rocking. Nice, Iran. Oh, now my index alarm went off. That's the one Delta 20 was flagging for me. So my alarm was just a little later than yours. AD lines, this is wow. Look at the AD line, wide range down bar. Well, it's all about Qs and spiders and them just moving in total stair step again. I've never seen anything like that over the last, I'd say, 8 months. Meta breaking out on the 15 for a scalp. SMR low alarm. So we're out of this. Take your money. I'm late in alarms here. I'll just catch up later. I'm just telling you as they go off. But we sold a third into strength, so it's still a profit. Intel alarm, I'd say 30-minute high. This Trump put spread, I said. In case I posted a couple trades pre-market on Telegram, so I know you all don't get them. Well, some of you don't get them. So let's see where it's at now, 11 and a half, 10. Midpoint is 12. I went at 21, so that's not going to hit. RCL. SMHs I gave also. I gave two trades, one to the weekly. No, I did not give it to the weekly. I gave it to the advisory because we were going out another week. Where are you? What? I must be mixing this up. I can't find it. Oh, here you are. I did just give it to the weekly. All right, there it is. The okay. That's what confused me. I gave the 90 TE to the weekly. Got it. 235. So this one's $10 wide because I wanted to keep a lot of the premium. And it's 135. So it should have gotten hit because it's only a dime. 148 SMH. But I'll send an order out also at the 148. AMD, we're in. Netflix, we're in. Oh, nice 1, 2, 3. If it closes like this, of course. We have Qs open already as a put spread and Octa. The stop is 74. Uber, I get 76, 74. $76, 74. That's 25 cents. So that triggered. Yeah, I got filled on that SMH at the 148. T.
More
Yeah,
whip coming.
yeah, looks great, Alex. Yeah, we're already in Verizon, but yeah, I'm not going to rush because the market's whipping all over, and I mentioned the AD line. But yeah, it looks great. Here, I'll get rid of KBH, put T here. They're the largest tea distributor in the country. I think they're in. And these are slugs, so there's not going to be any premium. Levi up alarm. Let's tighten the stop. 2016.
Did you find out about?
We can get some price improvement on this now. That's it. Yes, an inch left. I think I got all those alarms now. Delta 20, we're already in Levi. We over this little bottoming tail correction bar. You gotta come into our green room, Delta 20. Where we can talk and spend more time and get you better entries on your things. Cream, I don't I I I don't know why you're calling this running. It's going sideways, doing nothing. Usually 9:45, Alex. It used to just be the 9 to 9:30, but Greg likes giving them a little taste of the action at the open. I know, tell Greg, he gives away too much. I know. Hey Greg, the questionnaire I did for the green room, maybe over lunch we should post it in our green room and get some feedback from them before we send it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, because they're experts to know what's relevant.
Did you send it for me to look at?
Yeah, sent it to you and Shauna last night.
Zoom is making me crazy.